It's finally time. Welcome to Mark Reviews. My name is Mark and I review stuff. And one of the things that I have been holding out for, that I budgeted for and then spent that budget on other stuff and whatever, ultimately I never got it for myself, but in celebration of reaching 1,000 subscribers on this channel, my family surprised me with it.
Okay, now.
No way, wait, are you kidding me? I'm so happy. It's a lens for the camera. That's right, finally I have a 50mm lens. I have not even looked at it yet. This has actually been in my possession for over a month and I've been waiting to do it proper justice. This video will serve as an unboxing and first impressions review. So, this won't be comprehensive by any means, but I'm excited to add this to my arsenal. Ever since I got this camera for my 1-year birthday on this channel, I have been using the kit lens that came with it. So I use a Canon SL2 and the 18 to 35mm kit lens that came with the camera. The next stop for pretty much anybody is a 50mm lens. I'm gonna get better bokeh. I'm just excited about the image quality that I expect from this. I've watched a lot of videos and this is the next step in my arsenal. So without further ado, let's unbox this finally. Okay, so it's just a tiny itty bitty little box here. Okay, warranty information for Canon, some instructions. I'll look at it later, come on. And that's it. It has this kind of custom plastic molding for the bottom of the box, but this is it. It's pretty little. Oh, it has some nice weight to it, I love that. I'm so happy. I almost have tears in my eyes. That doesn't make any sense. It's a piece of equipment, but I'm just so excited. This has been a long time coming. So first and foremost, it is much smaller than the lens that I have currently. One of the first things I noticed, this is a metal ring to attach it to the camera. It's a metal mount. That's part of the weight that I'm getting from it, but that also indicates to me that it's good quality. Now this lens does not zoom on its own. It doesn't actually change its focal distance. So I'll have to physically change my location in relation to the lens or the location of whatever I'm filming to get the wider tight shots that I want. But this will do what I want. So this is what we refer to as a prime lens. Every Canon lens comes with a cover for the mount on the bottom and also a lens cap for the top. This is the lens cap for my current camera right here, okay? And this is the lens cap for the new one. So significantly smaller. That's because rather than covering the whole face of the lens itself, it just kind of nestles snugly inside. But you as a viewer don't care about any of that. What you care about is what this is going to look like and what the difference will be. So without changing the crop or zoom or anything on this camera, I am fully zoomed out on my 18 to 35mm kit lens on this Canon SL2 that I'm using to film, and I'm going to swap it out for this 50mm and we'll see the difference. Okay, for one thing, it's definitely cropped in a lot closer, but wow, look at that image quality. So I'm gonna have to set my tripod way further back than I was doing with this lens, but that looks amazing. That image quality is just phenomenal. So I'm not gonna zoom out yet because one of the things I wanna point out, you see behind me how the things that aren't in focus have kind of this soft focus to them. Instead of that sharp focus and contrast you got with the kit lens for this camera, you get this effect, and this is called bokeh, B-O-K-E-H. That is one of the elements of this lens that I'm most excited about because I want kind of that softer focus look in the back. So now I'm going to move my camera backward so you can actually see me. I literally moved the camera back about 6 feet and I had to angle it up a little bit, but you can clearly tell this is a much closer crop on the camera, but look at the image quality. I love this. So the last thing I want to do is take some photos and kind of compare and contrast between the two. Maybe I'll include some video here. So prepare yourself for a quick montage, and then I'll be back to wrap things up. One of the things I notice first off about this camera is that the autofocus of the lens is a little noisier. So if I'm holding something way back here and then I hold it closer to the camera to try to get the camera to track on it or focus on it, it's adjusting, and I don't know if that's going to pick up on the microphone. Another thing I'm going to have to think about with this setup is my audio. So I've been using a Rode Video Mic Go that's top mounted on top of the camera, and that worked fine. You can hear some of the room echo. I don't really have good sound dampening in this studio. So when it's further away, it may be even harder to pick up this audio in a way that I'm satisfied with. So I may be upgrading to a lavalier lapel mic at some point, or I may get kind of like a boom mounted mic to hide up here. But that's down the road. First things first, I love this lens. I'm so excited for it. Thank you to my family for getting it for me. Hopefully you notice an image quality difference. Let me know in the comments below which one you like more, which one you would get if you were out there buying a camera for the first time. I will leave a link in the description below to where you can learn more about the Nifty 50, the Canon 50mm lens. This is a critical part of anyone's arsenal. Peter McKinnon has talked about it. Kellen Reck, who's part of the No Small Creator community, highly recommends it. He actually works with the Boston Red Sox doing a lot of their video work and things. So a lot of creators that I look up to have recommended this, and so far so good. I'm really happy with this acquisition. So thank you for tuning in. Check it out in the link below if you're interested in picking that up, or any of the equipment that I use. I don't know if you've noticed, but in the description of every video I post, I have links to all the equipment that I use, my tripod, my microphone, my camera, the lenses, everything. So if you have any questions for me, leave those in the comments below as well. I respond to virtually all of the comments on this whole channel, and I would be happy to help you start out, especially if you're looking to get into YouTube for the first time. Everything that I own has been kind of entry-level price points along the way, where I'm balancing quality and cost and trying to find a good solution in the middle, and no regrets. I'm excited to see what this lens can do. Look for a variety of shots in my future videos. I plan to deploy this as much as possible. So, check out those links, but you know what to do at this point. Subscribe to this channel by clicking over here, and on this side, check out some of the other videos that I've made. This top one is the most recent video that I've released, and this bottom one is the video that YouTube thinks you will be interested in. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for being with me on this journey as I continue to up my game and bring you better and better content.